All right, we are going to get started. My name is Stephanie. Oh, and there's a couple people hopping on. Hi, everybody. I see a couple of your faces. So, my name is Stephanie, and I'm super excited. It's not just going to be me, but I'm going to be sharing along with, we've got Jenna and Danny and Raj, and we are going to share with you all about Pruvit. So, if you were on here, if somebody invited you, they thought of you and maybe said, hey, I'd love to do this business with you, or I would love to introduce you to what Pruvit is. So if you're on here and you're going, oh, I want to learn about ketones, we're actually not talking about ketones. We're talking about once you love ketones, what you can do with this incredible community. So a couple things real quick. You have, if you've never been on Zoom, there is a chat feature on one of the sides of your computer. So you can ask questions as we're going along. We're going to honor your time. We're going to dive into who Pruvit is, what Pruvit does, how you can, you're going to hear some stories of why they decided to be a promoter, and then how you can get started if you choose to take that path. Oh, hold on. I've got a couple more people to add in here. I don't know why Zoom asks me for a password because I have to admit everybody anyways. And so it's just silly, but it's fine. So anyways, my name is Stephanie. I am a mom. We have 4 daughters, and I always say we homeschool, but everybody kind of does now and then. But we chose to homeschool before the pandemic. We've always homeschooled. And we have been a part of Pruvit for almost 6 years. So before the company was even public, my husband ordered from a random person he found online. We've since created a relationship. His name is Michael. And he found that you could drink ketones, right? So everybody on here should be drinking ketones. If you're not, you hopefully have ketones on the way. You know what they are. I remember my husband saying, you should try this packet of ketones. You're going to feel incredible. And I said, awesome. I'm only going to try them because you asked me to. Secondly, don't ever ask me to share it with anybody. I said, I don't want to do the business. I don't want to talk to anybody. Like, I just don't want to. I've got kids to take care of. So I tried the packet. Long story short, I loved them. And if I love something, everybody hears about it. So raise your hand if you've ever told somebody about a restaurant that you loved, or the coffee shop down the street that you must go to, your favorite drink, whatever it is, right? I'm that person. So if I love something, I'm going to be like, you have to go and get it, go watch it, go buy it, go try it. So that's what ended up happening. Is I said I was never going to do the business. I didn't even want to know anything about the business. We did the business for a full year, and the CEO would go, so how's your business going? And I'm like, oh, I'm not doing the business. Nope, not doing it. I'm just sharing ketones with my friends when they ask me, but I'm not doing the business. And then about 1.5 years, 2 years, I'm like, fine, I'm doing the business. But here's what I want you to know. Sometimes people just think Pruvit, or maybe the person that invited you, and all you know is you drink ketones and you're connected to one person, and you didn't really realize there was a community behind these little packets that make you feel so great. There is. So I will tell you, when we were introduced to Pruvit, and I love the product, we had the opportunity to meet our CEO. He sat down with me and my husband, Steve, and he just said, here, I want to tell you what the mission and vision of Pruvit is. He goes, we have an incredible product. And back then, 6 years ago, it was way different than what you're drinking today. But he said, our hope is to help people find their better. Like, this isn't just about a product. The product is incredible. It's going to change thousands of people's lives. But I want to make an experience and have an opportunity to help a mom or a dad or just anybody who isn't winning in their life so they can win. What does that look like? I want to plug them into a community where they can learn about self-development and learn who they are and grow as a person and find a family of people. And so I was like, awesome. I still don't know what that means. And so all we did is we started plugging into the things that Pruvit offered. Pruvit leads with education. So we have a ton of science and research to back up our product. And we used to do live events, but right now they're virtual. We do a ton of events to educate you. Some of the education might be on your mind. Like, we do a lot of mindset stuff. Who are you? How is your confidence level? Let's grow you as a person. And we do events like Keto Academy that's going to be coming up next month. And it's all the education, the science. And then we just do so many things to help you grow. And I tell people, you know what? I joined Pruvit for the product. I didn't want to have anything to do with it as a business. And then I realized there's an incredible business behind it that all I had to do was open my mouth and tell people, you should drink ketones. I feel incredible. And our goal started off pretty small. I want free ketones. Anybody else want free ketones? That would be great, right? And then my goal was, well, this is working. All of my mom friends are feeling great. I would love to have some grocery money because I used to have to go to the grocery store and count to the penny. We were on food stamps for a while. I don't think that's bad for those people that needed help. Like, we ended up moving back to be with family. We had 4 babies. We were living in Oklahoma. We needed some help. We didn't love living far away, so we moved back to Minnesota and we needed some assistance. My husband didn't have a job. And so I say this, like, we went from living paycheck to paycheck to falling in love with the company and a community, and then just started gradually growing who we were, plugging into what Pruvit had to offer. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I can go to the grocery store and I don't have to count pennies. This is super fun. And then we learned they had a car program. And I was like, if we could have a minivan that's not held together by duct tape, that would be great. We used to get our cars off Craigslist. That's not bad, right? But I would have to go out in the winter and go, I hope it starts. Oh, I hope it starts. And so I love Pruvit. And we say community-based marketing. Some people might say to you, oh, is it that one of those network marketing? Is it one of those pyramid schemes? And I love to say this in a very nice way. Actually, we like to say community-based marketing because Pruvit is all about our community and growing together and being better, using an incredible product. But my husband did end up leaving a job where there was a CEO and a COO and then these chairmen, and then all of a sudden there was, the people that were, and my husband was way down here, kind of created a pyramid. Oh, he left one of those. Yes, I know all about that. We're done. No, I'm teasing, kind of. But I tell people this, like, I love Pruvit because it's not just about the product, it's about a community. And you get to grow together and we get to learn together. And honestly, it's about sharing what you already love, whatever the product is doing for you. And so I want you to know that. We say community-based marketing. Our company is about coming together and figuring out whatever your better is. Maybe you want to be a better mom or a better dad or a better boss or a better employee or a better athlete, right? Whatever that is. We love to say, get in where you fit in, and we want to share what else can happen, not just loving the product, but if you're going, I want something on the side to bring home some extra money, or I'd love a community to grow with. I would love to take my family on a vacation once a year, or love to pay off debt. Like, I would encourage you to think, if this could open up some dreams or help you reach some goals as a family or you as a person, what would they be? And if you want to share in the chat, that would be awesome. And so I just want you to know that there's lots of reasons why people join Pruvit. And whether you're like, I want to bring home a full-time income, or I just want free product, everybody is welcome, and there's a place for you here. And so I'm actually going to kick it off to I think Danny. I'm going to have Danny go first. So Danny Webb is going to come on. She's going to share her story. And I want her to really capitalize on, I want you to listen to her story, and also understanding that you don't have to be a keto expert to do what we get to do. So Danny Webb, why don't you hop on and share a little bit of your story and why you joined Pruvit as a promoter?
Hey, Stephanie, thank you so much. My name is Danny Webb. It's so, it's awesome to be on here. Over 3 years ago, I would have never put myself in this position. I had a 30-year career. I was making very good money, but I knew that my journey, like my chapter in that life, this is still the same life. I knew that my chapter was getting ready to turn. I knew I was meant for more. I knew I had more in me, as opposed to running 7 restaurants and building somebody else's businesses, right? So I didn't know anything about Pruvit. Pruvit actually found me. We were looking for something, so we actually searched out the company, right? A little bit different than maybe a lot of you on here had a message like, hey, what do you know about ketones and ketosis? However you came into the company, it's awesome. I'm just glad you're here. We're all glad you're here. So long story short, about 3 months after we signed up as promoters, we decided to go to our first event, and that was where my life trajectory literally changed. So you hear Stephanie talking about the community and how we're community-based marketing. And if you guys are anything like me, then you know that that humans love to be together. We love, like, we are pack animals, right? We want to feel like we're forging together, or we want to feel like we're accomplishing stuff together. And it's really awesome when you're all on the same vision, or when you're all on the same mission and you've got the same vision. Like, Jenna's goals are not going to be the same as mine. Stephanie's goals are not going to be the same as mine. Kira's are not going to be the same as mine, but we all have that like-minded perspective that we want to move towards our better, right? Kira, I see you smiling. So I think that you get me, girl, right? I walked into our first event and I looked at my husband and I'm like, this is my jam. Like, these are my people. I can fit in, just like Stephanie says, you get in where you fit in. And with the community, like, you fit in anywhere. We like to say it's where the winners that haven't won yet are winning, right? Pruvit doesn't have boundaries. We don't know makes, shapes, models, sizes, colors. Like, we are one family. And that was what walked me away from a 6-figure year job, 30 years in my career. That walked me away from that whole lifestyle. Making the switch over here, it's been incredible. I get to spend more time with my family. I get to spend more time with people. I get to spend more time with our community. And that's like, we talk about our why. That's my why. Like, that is deeply rooted within me. It's tattooed on my body. Like, my time is my why. And you're going to struggle with your why. Like, why am I doing this? Oh, I want to help other people. Why am I drinking this? Because I want to feel better. You know, when you really get it, like, when it's that burning desire in your gut, like, I don't know how much time I have. I really don't. I've been blessed with 47 years so far, and I'm hoping for 47 more better ones, even though I've had a great life. I don't know how much time I have. So my time is so important to me. Who I give it to and where I spend my time is important. And I don't want to spend my time working 80 hours a week for somebody building their businesses. So we get in where we fit in. You know, you want to run your business as fast as you can, then run it. We're going to run it with you. If you want to take it day by day, step by step, and make $20 a month, hey, I'm here for it. It doesn't mean you're any different than anybody else. We all have different visions and goals, you know, and the cool thing about Pruvit is you don't have to be the expert, right? I don't care how much you know about ketones and ketosis. The coolest thing is ever, we have a whole panel of doctors that stand behind us that give us the resources so that we don't have to be the know-it-all, so that we're not pigeonholed into answering everybody's questions all day, right? We all have a life to live. And the coolest thing about our company is that we provide so much information out there that is backed by doctors and scientists that you can just give it away, right? So you share what you love about the product, because who doesn't love to share? Like, their favorite shoes, their favorite restaurant, their favorite movie, anything, right? I was just over at a girlfriend's house and she was like, I don't ever feel like I'm selling this product. I never feel like I'm selling ketones. I'm sharing because I found something that makes me feel absolutely incredible and I love it. So if you ever feel like you're selling something, take the pressure off yourself. Have fun with it. Chris and I say we drink ketones daily, we share our story, and we have a lot of fun doing it. We've been doing this for over 3 years. We love the community. We love the fact that I literally see friendships formed. I see relationships strengthened, and I get to do that. Like, that's how I get to spend my time. Drinking ketones are awesome because you feel great, right? But share your story, keep it simple, and know that you don't have to be the expert for everything. And that's really all I have. I hope that I added value. Is that what you wanted, Steph?
I loved it. I loved it. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I love your story. And on the other side of her, and she also has a husband that they do this together. And it's so fun, whether you do this by yourself, which you're never by yourself. We always say you're with a team, or you've got a spouse alongside of you. It's pretty incredible. And so thank you, Danny. I love it. You guys have a great story. We are going to have Jenna Gainey hop on and share her story. And we're going to touch a little bit on, like, okay, if I decided to be a promoter, how do we actually do this? So Jenna, come on out and tell us about your story.
Hey guys, it is a pleasure to be on here. Hello, Regina. I see you waving at me. Okay, so, and Ashley and everybody. Okay, much love. So my name is Jenna. My story is a little bit different than Danny's in the way that we started, which I think is super important for you guys who are considering this to hear and to know and understand. I found ketones. I was not looking for anything, but I found ketones when I came across pay attention, when I came across a live video that Stephanie was doing, right? Who, guys, by the way, don't let her fool you with her modest story. She's massively successful here, as are many of us on this Zoom. So just so you know. But anyway, I was in a position, I was in a really, really traumatic position where I, first of all, could not afford anything, not a trial pack, not a box of ketones, not anything, broke as a joke. Not sure if anybody can identify with that, but I had to have the ketones for someone in my family. It was like 911 practically is what was happening. So we needed ketones for our family, and I couldn't figure out how in the world I was going to do this. So scrounged up enough money to buy a small little 10 pack of ketones, tried them, fell in love, couldn't believe it, couldn't believe how they worked. So I'm a registered nurse. I put everything under scrutiny. The most skeptical person you could ever meet, also like a crunchy mom. So I thought to myself, for sure, whatever's in this packet, I'm not going to be able to give to my family. I'm not going to trust it. And to my surprise, it like checked all my crunchy mom boxes, which was super freaking cool for me because there's not a lot of things that do. So fell in love with the product, and like Danny was looking for the opportunity, I was not. So anybody, like, raise your hand if you're watching this Zoom and you were not looking for an opportunity, you just found ketones. And you're sitting here and maybe you don't even know if you want the opportunity yet, right? Okay, yeah. That was me. I needed them free. So I called my two best friends because I knew if I would refer two friends, they'd be free, told them to get to my house and I had something to pour down their throat and they were going to feel amazing. And so only one of them showed up. One best friend showed up. Within 15 minutes, she went, oh, what is this? Right? So power of the ask, I had to ask my friends, right? And I'm kind of going through like how in the world do I start sharing this, right? Call your best friends, tell them like, holy crap, like you've got to come try this. It's like legal crack in a really good way, right? So anyway, we kind of sat there and I'm glad I'm funny. We kind of sat there and we were like, what are we going to do? She's broke as a joke too. 4 kids. We felt terrible. We decided, you know what, we might as well jump on this opportunity. And if we're going to jump on the opportunity, we might as well go all in or not at all, because I'm not about wasting my time. I don't have extra time. I'm the busiest person I know. By the way, I think the busy people are the most successful at this because we get stuff done. Crap, somebody's here to pick up details. Hold on, I'm sorry.
And that's what we get to do. I love it. I love it. I'll tell you this. I'm going to tell you something as she is handing somebody ketones, but I want people to understand this. Like, you don't have to be an expert. When Danny said, you might be watching, maybe the person that invited you here, and maybe you're going, I can't do a live. I don't want to talk online. I can't, I'm not her. I want you to back up and go, but I wonder how they started. If you would have seen my first video or my first post, I knew I loved ketones, but I was beat red in the face and I was getting high. I mean, like, there's nothing can prepare you except for the fact that we've got a great team. And if you want something, then guess what? You've got a team to lean on. Jenna wasn't an expert. She was a nurse, but she's not educated in ketones. I'm a stay-at-home mom that's working on 4th grade math. All I knew was I felt great. I love the energy and the focus and the appetite control, and I could share that. And most moms wanted to feel better. So I want you to make sure that when you're hearing people's stories, you're not going, I can't do that. Yes, you can. You might be surprised on what you can do when you've got a team. Okay, Jenna, I think you're ready.
I'm so ready, but this is it. This is life. You work it in the creases and the crevices of your day, right? Become the neighborhood drug dealer. I swear I never did drugs. I was not a drug dealer. And I said crack and drug dealer on this Zoom. This is not me. I swear. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Okay, so we decided to go at it. And we started between very scared and very nervous. Anybody else kind of feeling that or felt it at the beginning? I think everyone starts between scared and nervous. And that's normal. If you don't, I think that's not normal, but it's good, whatever. Do you, right? So we decided to go all in. If you don't know, you can come in with a box for yourself. You can come in with, I don't know, a small, we call it a mini pack or a max pack. I came in with the max pack. It was the most gigantic one because again, I didn't want to waste my time. I wanted the biggest return on investment that I could get. And so my friend and I, my BFF, we were like, let's do this. We sold the trial packs off super fast, had to buy another one because we were driven by fear that we were going to lose the money that we just invested. Now, hear me again, loud and clear. You don't have to invest a dang thing. It's the smartest thing to do, but you don't have to, okay? But because we were broke as a joke and put it on a credit card, we were fearful, and it made us talk to everyone. So I think that's a really powerful part of my story, because had I not bought that big pack, I probably wouldn't be sitting here. And like Danny said, 2 or 3 months into her business, 2 or 3 months into our business, we went to an event. It's actually the same one. She found her like, oh, so did we. My husband and I were just a mess. And all of these things started happening, the luxury vehicle program, all of it just starts unfolding in our lives. And I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. I can't believe where I am presently in my life. It's because of this Pruvit community, the product, the community, everything that they do for us. And so how, Jenna, how did you do that? Well, I started scared, talked to everybody I knew because I was passionate. I felt like this was where I could give you my voice as a nurse. Like, this is how I could I don't know, I guess, fight back as a nurse and everything that I was not agreeing with in healthcare. And so anybody feel like, but I'm not a salesperson, I'm not good at sales? Congratulations, you're in the right place then, because I'm not a salesperson, still not a salesperson, never want to be a salesperson. And we actually teach you how not to be salesy, how not to be a salesperson. We teach you how to become the hunted, not the hunter, right? You might hunt behind the scenes, but Pruvit is so different than anything else that maybe you've ever been a part of, or any type of cold messaging system you've ever been a part of. It's not that here, and I love it. And I've never felt like a salesperson. If you do feel like a salesperson, you're probably doing it wrong, so talk to your team. Anyway, so we use something called ACE. If you're taking notes, it's kind of like an acronym that just keeps us on track, kind of like an accountability acronym is what I like to call it. The A stands for, well, let me back up. ACE is how we build our business, right? ACE is what I do every single day. It's what Danny does every single day. It's what Raj does every single day. Stephanie, all of us, every single day, we ACE. A stands for attract. So we're attracting people. We're not forcing people to buy things. We're attracting people. We became the hunted. Then we move to something called the C. We call it connect. And we connect people based on what their goals are, based on what their questions are, to maybe it's a doctor video if they're asking medical questions. Maybe it's a team member if they're like, oh, I kind of want to do this with you. Or they just need some validation about what you're talking about. Maybe it's a group, maybe it's the Pruvit Facebook page. I don't know what you're going to connect them to, but we have a ton of tools that I think Raj is going to talk a little bit about. I'm not sure. On the connection piece, that's C, connect. And then E is enroll or experience. So every single day I move my conversations from they send me a message because I've attracted them. I connect them with what they're asking for, and I either enroll them with a 5 or a 10-day trial or a box online. And that's literally how we do it. We have training behind the scenes on this. We have a cool onboarding system for promoters that if you haven't been through, hopefully you'll be able to go through here soon. But that's literally how we do it. And that is it.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Jenna. I think I just want everybody to hear what she said. And I just want to also say this. There's lots of different ways to share. Right now, during this last year and a half, a lot of it's been online. It's kind of what we had to do. Prior to 2020, we were having things like keto life parties, and people would do booths and tables. And I know the times are shifting a little bit more, so more people are getting out. But you don't have to be even a TikTok expert or a Facebook expert or an Instagram expert. Like, we have so many different tools to help teach you and guide you. You just have to go, I want to share. Tell me what to do. And we're going to give you the action steps to do it. We're going to hold your hand, and we're going to do that the whole way. So lastly, I'm going to have Raj hop on. And Raj, you guys, I'm going to tell you how I found Raj, actually. Because when we first started Pruvit, I didn't know what ketones were. I drank them. I loved them. And then all of a sudden I started Googling because nobody that I knew was doing the business. We were one of the first promoters. And I thought, surely somebody's going to want to join me. And all of a sudden I Googled and this keto coach guy came up. His name was Raj. And I was like, oh, he already knows what ketones are. I'm going to ask him to join me. He was in Canada. We weren't even opened yet. And I sent him a message and I was like, hey, hi, my name is Stephanie. And I am a part of this company called Pruvit, and we have exogenous ketones. I don't know what that means. It just means you drink them. You should try them. And I remember him sending me a message going, that doesn't work. Can't drink ketones. Nope, can't do it. Because he's very much into the diet. And I need you to know something. If you decide to join whoever it is that invited you here, you might reach out to your best friend like Jenna did, and only one of them might join you. One might go, you're crazy. My very best friend, the first person that I reached out to before Raj, still is not drinking ketones to this day. 6 years later, still complains about not having energy and homeschooling her 5 kids, still whines at me about the weight she wants to lose, and she won't listen. And that's fine. You're going to have people that say yes, and you're going to have people that say no. Raj said no to me for 3 months. So did Jenna, by the way. Not really necessarily no, but we talked for a long time. People need to see what you're doing. A part of the ACE or attracting is people watching your life to see if this is real, how long it's going to last, if you love it, and if it's changed your life. I hounded Raj for a long time because I thought he knows what he's doing. I know he'll love them because I love them. And once he decided to try them, he was trying them to debunk me. He tried the product and he loved it, which turned him into the #1 Pruvit Promoter in this company as far as sharing with people because he's so incredible. But Raj, why don't you come on? Why did you join as a promoter? I want to know what Pruvit has done for you because some people have tried network marketing in the past, right? Most people have this view. If they tell you I don't like network marketing, it's because they had not good leadership or they didn't have a product that worked. We have an incredible team and a product that works. And so Raj is like, I don't want to do that either. I've never done anything like that before. And then he actually wouldn't come to a Pruvit event until he won some money. And then he came. And I know he fell in love with the product and the community. So Raj, why don't you hop on and tell us, how do we get started, but why are you here?
Thank you for that introduction. And it's all true, by the way.
Listen, he's incredible. He's incredible. And I do not regret the amount of hours I hounded him. My husband was like, why do you keep messaging him? I'm like, because I know he's going to love it. I know it.
Well, I'm grateful, extremely grateful. And I still remind Steph, especially on my anniversary every year with Pruvit, that I'm grateful she did stay committed to attracting me to this product because she saw the vision of where it was going where I didn't. And she's right. I tried the product to debunk it. So my history is a little bit different than others here. I've never done network marketing. And I've been with Pruvit for 5 years now. And prior, obviously, I didn't do network marketing, but I did come with a background knowledge of the ketogenic diet. I used the ketogenic diet myself to lose a whole bunch of weight, get healthier many years ago. You do not have to do the ketogenic diet with this product, but I understood what the benefits of ketones were. And that's why Steph wanted to talk to me so bad and get me to drink this product when we weren't even open in Canada where I live. So anyways, I did try it and I told her I was trying it to debunk it. I did blood work while I drank it. Like I was very hardcore to debunk this product. And I did live video. It was only YouTube Live back then. Did a Facebook Live, didn't exist. And I recorded it and my ketones spiked. I'm like, holy cow, this thing actually does what it says on the label, which most supplements, as you guys know, have tried different products. They don't live up to what they claim. Pruvit ketones do. Very next day, I became a promoter, and 5 years later, I'm still here. I've helped tens of thousands of people, who are looking to have better health. And that's why I stay. I love the messages I get of how I help people in different ways. Whether they're doing low carb, keto, however it may be, whether they want to lose weight or just have better energy or mental clarity. So many people want just to feel better. Forget about the fat loss. People will stay for that. And I think that's super powerful. And that's why people stay on our product for a long time. And it tastes even better when it's free. And I haven't paid for ketones in 5 years. So it's been great. And we want everybody to get free ketones, by the way. So, but it has changed my life. I where I live, it's quite, I'm in near Toronto, so it's very expensive. But in the time we paid off our house, actually this year we'll be paying off our house, so we'll be mortgage free. I love cars, so part of our company gives a car program. So I do have a Pruvit vehicle. So it's been it's been awesome. But and you know, my next goal is to retire my wife. My wife works for Bell Canada, so if any Canadians are on here, they know that company. But and yeah, I do have it's a Lamborghini. That was my dream car. So we're big about setting vision in this company, and something I learned, and I made a vision board. I didn't believe in all that hoopla stuff. I did it, and I'm telling you, that thing works. Every day I looked at it, and you know, lo and behold, it happened, and it only happened because of the vision. So, and this great company. But outside of that, that's my story. One great thing about this company, outside of everything that people have talked about, is when you come in, you get it. I'm going to talk about some of the tools you get, because you know, people come in nervous and scared into something like this because they don't know what they're getting into. You know, you don't have to be the ketone expert. You know, you have tools to use. That's what I'm going to talk about. So the first thing you get is a website. You get a website where people can order product from. So you don't have to take transactions or anything. You just lead them to the site where they can make the purchase, Pruvit ships it. You earn commissions on the sales. You have a tool where someone says, hey, what are ketones? You know, you're new. You don't know how to perfectly explain it yet. Maybe you're still experiencing ketones. We have this thing called a campfire video, which maybe many of you have seen. It's a quick video in a simple format, explains the product, how it works and why it works. People love it, and it creates great conversation, right? So it's when people watch it, you send them this video that we have. And then the other thing we have is a great back office. So it's very easy to understand. We keep everything very simple at Pruvit. We're not trying to complicate things. Anybody that tries to complicate this business is working in the wrong direction. Keeping it simple is where people get the most success. And so our back office is very simplified. It's almost gamified, that is easy to follow. And you always have us or whoever introduced you to this call to help you walk through it. And we have different kind of goals and financial incentives and product incentives to keep you going and growing. And the other thing we have is a Pruvit Pulse app. So you download it on your phone, and customers can even download it. And it has calls they can attend. You as a promoter, you can attend calls to hear some leadership kind of calls that we have with people in the company that are doing great. And we share everything that works. We don't keep it close to us. We share it so everybody can benefit from the learning. And I think that's super powerful here. We're not very siloed. Everybody is working together as one big company. We do say when we talk about Pruvit, it's our company. It doesn't matter who you talk to in this business, because it is our company, and that's how we treat it. So the Pruvit Pulse app has great calls on it, information. Anytime we launch a sale, you get notified. It's a great way to run your business. The other thing, we have Pruvit TV. It's a collection of videos where if someone says, hey, how does ketones help your brain? Then you can say, hey, check out this video. And you just go to Pruvit TV. They have a video on ketones and cognitive function. And you hear the doctor or the scientist talk about it. So you don't have to talk about the science. Let them talk about it, because they're the pro at that, right? But it answers that person's question. So they're always building that library, super powerful and awesome. So we use that a lot. And I'd say the last big tool is the team. For me, like, it was my first time being in a network marketing company. I didn't know what I was getting into. I just knew this product was awesome and I could tell a whole bunch of people about it. But the team, I've been here 5 years. I still talk to Stephanie every single day. So she's the one, obviously, I enrolled with. And a lot of people on this call, actually, I talk to daily. But the team is super powerful. And joining the right team, I tell anybody, you know, if your best friend introduced you here, that's great. Just make sure that they're helping you, because they are someone that's going to carry you forward. They have some learning that you don't, right? Stephanie had that vision when she was trying to attract me to this business that I didn't. And I'm glad she stuck with it. So, you know, you would lean heavy onto the team that you joined. And that's super, super important. And that's a key thing that helped me in my success in this business. So hopefully that helps, Steph. Is that good?
That's perfect. So right. I love it. Thank you guys for sharing. So how do you get started? I want you to get back with the person that invited you. And there's different ways. It's $49 to be a promoter. So you get what Raj walked you through. You get your websites, you get plugged in, you're going to download the app, you're going to get plugged into the promoter groups, all of those things. You're going to work hand in hand with the promoter and your team. It's not just one person, it's a whole group of people. And then you can decide, kind of like Jenna said, you can grab a box of ketones for yourself if that works in your budget, or you can grab one of the mini or max packs. And so if you set up a smart ship, which we can walk you through, you might already have a smart ship set, you've saved 22% on the packs. And I'll just let you know this, when you join, the company has an awesome, it's called your Go Challenge. And I just want you to hear this, and we will teach you about it later. But the company gives you a challenge to go after in your first 30 days. And the reason they do that is they go, okay, let's see. Okay, Regina, you joined. I don't want you to feel like you have to be an expert. We're going to give you a little timer. You can go after some bonus money. And the reason they do that is they don't want you to sit back and go, oh my goodness, I've got to learn all about the product. I've got to go study the comp plan, which is super complicated. I've got to go figure out like how to explain what ketone, like that's not what it is. You are going to back up for a second. You're going to go, okay, I could post something on Facebook. Stephanie, like I'm going to go, what do you love about ketones? Well, I love the fat loss. I've lost 30 pounds. I have energy to keep up with my kids. I'm going to help you type something up. You're going to post a picture and we're going to see what happens. I'm going to go, okay, Steph, I'm talking to the other Steph, not me. Like, who do you want to talk to? Do you want to talk to your friends? Do you have people you want to reach out to? Why don't you send a text message and say like, hey, what do you know about ketones? I found something that's incredible. I'm going to give you guys an example. Lots of ways to build a business. I can bet you probably have people in your life that you could go, this is what I did to Johanna. She's my friend that's not drinking ketones. She still says no, doesn't hurt my feelings. Johanna, oh my goodness. Steve had a box that showed up at our house. I told him not to order it. He ordered it anyways. It's a little powder. It's got orange stuff in it. It's called ketones. I don't know what it is. I tried it. I didn't need a nap today. And you know, I need a nap every single day. You should try it. And Johanna was like, we'll see. How much does it cost? Blah, 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 right? But like, there are people you can talk to. I hope you have somebody you can talk to about that. And even though she didn't try it, we're still friends. Like, I don't care that she doesn't drink it. And so it's one of those, like, there are people you can talk to right away. There's people that you might see on social media that you might just start a conversation with. And then later on down the road, if you're like, I want to do this, we're going to teach you how to grow your network. We're going to teach you where to find people. How do you attract people? All of that's a learned process, but you're not going to go do all the things and be the expert over the course of 6 weeks. We're going to make a post. We're going to talk to who you know. We're going to see who's attracted to you. That's it. So I just want you to know that anybody can get in, whether your goals are free ketones or your goals are to bring a spouse home or your goals are to never go back to work again or go on a vacation once a year. I don't care what they are. If you love ketones, you get to share them, plug into the team, and we're going to help you. So get with the person that invited you, ask any more questions that you have. We are here to help. And that's it. So I want to honor your time. Ask the questions to your friend, family member, person that loves you the most because they invited you here. And that's it. So I hope you guys have a great day. I hope to see a lot of your faces on our next team Zoom. Okay, that's it. Have a great day, everybody. And thank you, Danny, Jenna, and Raj. Have a great night.